Hey there, Matt Franceschini here with another beginner jazz guitar lesson for you all today. Today we're going to be taking a look at drop 2 chords and how we can work on voice leading them smoothly down the neck so that we're not jumping all over the place. This is going to build on my previous video, another 8 essential jazz guitar chords. And so if you haven't checked that out or downloaded the chord diagrams from my website, I'll put links to both of that below so that you can check that out and be up to speed. And if you have, awesome, because then we can get started. So this is going to be similar to what we did with our drop 3 chord voice leading, which if you haven't seen that video is also available on my channel. But we're going to start as high up the neck as we can comfortably go. So I'd say comping kind of ends at the 12th fret. Anything higher than that, it's going to sound like you're soloing, not the person you're supporting or the melody that's being played. But if we take all the way up to the 12th fret and we start with a root position minor chord, so this is in our instance on the top 4 strings, would be a D minor 7 chord. So we'll start there. And if you didn't catch the previous video where I explained how voice leading always works best if you go root position, then 5th and bass, then root position, then 5th and bass, or the alternative, 5th and bass, then root position, then 5th and bass, and then root position. So we always want to be flipping between the 2 inversions to voice lead as smoothly as possible. But so here's our root position D minor 7, or we could also think of it as a 2 in a 2-5-1 to C major. So there's our D minor, and then we're going to go to a 5th and bass G7 chord, and then we're going to go to a root position, because root position, 5th and bass, root position, C major 7. So one more time for you there. And that voice leads nice and smooth so that my voices aren't running around all the place. I'm not going... I'm jumping all over the neck. I'm going from here. My fingers barely have to move to get that one. And then there my hand just slides down 2 frets. And then we're going to do the same thing at the 12th fret, starting with a 5th and bass chord. So here, 5th and bass, we're playing F minor 7. Or no, sorry, G minor 7. The root there is right at the 12th fret of the G string. So there's that guy. Now I'm going to play a root position dominant chord. So this would be a 2-5 in the key of F. So G is my 2. Then I go down here, C, root position, dominant 7. And that's going to resolve beautifully to this F minor 7 with the 5th and bass. Then if we keep going, we'll move down. So here, if I'm on the 10th fret now, and I make that a 2 chord, we've got C minor, which would be a 2-5 to B flat. So here's C minor. Then I need a 5th and bass F7. My fingers just fall away there. And then I go to this B flat major 7 in root position. Now I'm going to go back to the 10th fret as my home. And I want to play a 2 chord there. It's F, because the root is on my G string there. So I've got F minor 7. Then I'll go B flat 7 in root position. And then that's going to resolve to E flat major 7 with the 5th and bass. And you can do that just all the way down the neck. Keep going. So I use kind of like 2 fret increments as home. So 12th fret's home for root position. Then I want to do the same thing where the root of my 5th and bass minor chord, in this case it's G, is on the 12th fret again. Now I'm going to do that same thing but with the 10th fret as home. 10th fret's still home, but now it's 5th and bass. But I'm going to do it on, you guessed it, the 8th fret. Same thing, but now it's 5th and bass. Now we're going to go down to the 6th fret. Then same deal. So that's really all we're doing there, is we're going all the way down the neck and going, starting root position, then 5th and bass, then root position, and then we're going to flip it, go back to the same fret, think of it as home, 5th and bass, root position, resolves to 5th and bass. And so that's a really good way to start getting yourself comfortable moving these down the neck as you go. And we can apply those same kind of ideas to tunes. So if you were playing, like last time I used All the Things You Are as an example, might as well use it again. If I were to play and start on, say, this F minor 7, because that's the first chord in the song if you didn't know. Next chord is going to be B flat minor 7. So I know that I'm root position. I'm going to want to go to a fifth and bass chord. And if you look at that, my fifth and bass chord is right there for my B flat minor 7. Then E flat 7 is the next chord. That's right here. And then A flat major 7, which is the next chord, it's right there. So I applied these chords and the concept of voice leading from root position, fifth and bass, root position, fifth and bass to the first 4 bars of All the Things You Are. And I came up with a root position, F minor 7. Then I came up with a fifth and bass, B flat minor 7. Yeah, fifth and bass, B flat minor 7. I had to check my math for a second. Then E flat dominant in root position, and then that's going to fall to a fifth and bass, A flat major 7. So by using these real concepts and applying them to tunes that you're working on or learning, you can really start to get into this. And it's pretty easy to grasp, because all you need to remember is that if you're on a root position chord, your next one is most likely going to need to be a fifth and bass chord. And then if you're on a fifth and bass chord, you know that the next one you're going to need to look for is a root position chord. And that just helps you know where you need to move on the neck. And it helps you really smooth out your comping so that you're not playing anything like... Which again, there's the A flat, which there's nothing really wrong with. And if you want to have really dramatic root motion, that's totally valid way to play it. But if you want to get kind of like smoother, like say it's the first chorus, you've just come out of the head, the soloist isn't cranking out crazy eighth note lines, it's really going to be better and sound more musical if you're just playing something that's nice. You're not drawing too much attention to yourself. You're not jumping all over the neck either. So it's just a really beautiful way to make your way comping through the changes. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, obviously hit them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll have links down below for all my social media. If you want to take a lesson with me, I'll have a link down there as well. I'd love to work with you on some jazz guitar. But if not, free PDFs for all the chords used in this lesson are available for download on my website. I also will have a little blog post explaining it in case there was anything that you feel like wasn't totally clear in this. But yeah, if you liked the video, please give it a like or a subscribe, and hope to see you again soon. Have a great day.